No more appendix carry. Let me explain. What's up everyone? Just bringing you guys a quick update of stuff and things, letting you know kind of what's been going on the past couple of days. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen this post. I said that videos are going to be on hold at least until next week. I was going into surgery soon and then I would be out to bring you this video letting you know what was going on. And then this post last night when I got out of surgery, a lot of you guys sent me DMs and have been sending me well wishes and thoughts and everything. So I really appreciate everyone who was reaching out to me. So now it's time to let you guys know what I had going on. Believe it or not, I really don't share a whole lot of my personal life on social media, especially on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff that you guys don't know about me, but you guys wanted to hear this story, so I'm just warning you, it might be a little bit graphic, some stuff that you don't really want to hear. But that's just the nature of it. So this story starts Wednesday at about 3:30 in the morning. I was sleeping right here in my bed and I got woken up with some really sharp stomach pain. This isn't anything really new to me. I've had acid reflux for a long time. I've actually taken prescription medicine in the past. So I'm kind of used to stomach discomfort and everything. So I woke up, went to the bathroom, tried to make myself throw up. I really didn't have anything in my stomach, so I just laid down and kind of fought myself to go back to sleep. Woke up Thursday morning with a little bit of sleep that I could get and ended up going to work. I was still feeling awful, but I'm really not one to skip work. I was the type of kid back in high school who like never missed a day of school. So I show up to work feeling kind of miserable, sitting at my desk, and then it just comes over me again. The pain just got super intense all the way up to the point where just sitting in kind of the position that I'm in right now, hunched over at a desk, the pain is almost like crippling. You're kind of at like a shortness of breath. I quick got up from my desk, went to the bathroom, and then I was actually able to throw up just a little bit. So this was at about 10 o'clock in the morning now. I'm basically just puking stomach acid and a little bit of water that I had that morning. So now I'm feeling like next level terrible. I go back to my desk and I'm talking to my coworkers. At first I'm like, oh, maybe it's some food poisoning from last night, but in my head I know that in the past this has happened before. I had the same thing happen to me last summer when I was on vacation in Ocean City, Maryland. I was knocked out for like 2 or 3 days in some of the worst pain that I've had in my life. This also happened to me when I was living up in Boston in a hotel room by myself. And then even more recently, this happened around Valentine's Day. Now I'm someone who's really stubborn when it comes to actually going to a doctor and getting checked out. I really didn't have any primary care doctor since I was probably like 20 years old. So for the past 5 years, I've just kind of been living and being that stubborn dude who just doesn't go to the doctor. I'm not gonna go unless something is absolutely killing me. That is one lesson that I learned from this experience. So all of my coworkers are like, dude, just take a personal day. You need to go and take care of whatever you have going on. And finally I gave in. I was like, yeah, you're right. I mean, everyone who I told that I was feeling this way, they told me that I have to go and get checked out. I obviously don't have a doctor down here in Miami since I just recently moved here, so I typed in urgent care to my phone, found the closest one to my house, and then I started to head there. So this is about like 11:30 now. On my way to the urgent care, I'm sitting in my car kind of hunched over again, and I get that really strong sharp pain again. It was one of those pains that was kind of creeping on and I was hoping it would ease off, but it just kept getting stronger and stronger. So I quick flew to the side of the road. I was on a bridge in between downtown Miami and Miami Beach. Jumped out of my car real quick and just started puking over the bridge. It was basically just stomach acid and water again, and I was just kind of like helpless. I just wanted to get somewhere to get whatever was in me out of me. So I finally make it to the urgent care around 11:45. They take me in right away. I had an awesome doctor come and check me out. I really don't like going to places like that because a lot of times they're not very personable, but the guy was super friendly. He checked me out and kind of felt around my stomach region. Does it hurt here? Not really. Does it hurt here? No. Does it hurt right here? Yeah, it hurts really bad right down here on my lower right abdomen. The first thing that came to my mind, especially from the past experience, was it's my appendix. So the doc keeps pressing there, and I'm like wincing with pain. He's like, that really does hurt you, doesn't it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, we got to do something about this and you have to do it right now. He forwarded my information to the hospital, which was just a couple blocks away. He said, go directly into the ER. They will take you in right away and they're gonna have to run a CAT scan on you. So I left there, hop right in my car, drive directly to the ER. I go in, lay down, they take my vitals, put me into a CAT scan, and then I was just kind of laying there in a bed for my results. I ended up falling asleep for a little to kind of try to stop the pain, and then the doctor comes in at about 1 o'clock to read me my results. He says, as we thought, your appendix is inflamed and it could be on the verge of bursting. I had two options: to either take antibiotics and hope that it goes away and it's not perforated, or two, that I could have surgery and just get it removed right away. I of course said yes, absolutely, please take this thing out of me because it happened in the past and I don't want to deal with it anymore. So around 1 o'clock now, they admit me into the hospital, wheel me up to a room, and then I'm just kind of waiting there to hear back from the doctors to figure out what time they can get me into surgery. The doc comes in and says that they could get me in, but it's not gonna be until about 6 o'clock, maybe even later than that. So I called some family and friends to let them know what was going on, and then not even 15 minutes later, they came back into the room and said, we need to get this thing out of you right now. They said the longer you wait, the worse it's going to get, so they took me into surgery right then and there. So it's about 3 o'clock now as they roll me into the operating room. They inject me with some crazy stuff that they said was gonna make me pass out, but I kind of stayed awake all the way up until I was laying underneath the lights. Then they came in with the regular anesthesia. If you had surgery, you already know how it goes. You take literally like half a breath, and then next thing you know, you're waking up and it's like 4 hours later. So I think I was out of surgery probably by like 7 o'clock, but I didn't really start remembering things until 8:30. Then they finally wheeled me back into my room where I was recovering until just yesterday. That whole night I was doped up on medication and everything, reading all your guys' comments and messages. Luckily I was coherent enough to let my family know what was going on, and by morning the next day, yesterday, they had actually flown in from Pennsylvania. So that's pretty much the whole story up until now. They released me from the hospital yesterday at about 2 p.m. and then I spent most of my time just laying in bed, and I would be lying if I said that I wasn't on pain medication right now. I think I look alright, although I'm not really able to eat that much. I think I got color back in my face. If I didn't have that pain medication, it would be killing me to sit up like I am right now. And this isn't anything bad that I'm doing. I'm supposed to be able to sit up and walk around and kind of get used to using my ab muscles again. Not that anyone really cares to see this, but here are my 3 incisions, kind of bloated because they have to fill your stomach up with gas to stick their tools in, go all the way across here, cut out your appendix, and then pull it out through this hole right here. It's definitely super unpleasant, and that kind of leads me to the moral of this story. I know there are a ton of people, myself included, who do not think that you need to go to a doctor. I'm still kind of in that same boat. I'm like, as long as I have painkillers and nothing is like falling off of my body, I'm not bleeding everywhere, I think I'm alright. But the reality of the situation, especially the one that I just went through, was very, very serious. So if I didn't have my family and friends telling me that I really need to go to the doctor like immediately, things could have been really bad. So what I'm saying is, don't forget to care for yourself, your body. A lot of people say health is wealth because without health, you really don't have anything else. I know this is kind of like a one-off type of video. I'm not one to give life advice and things like that, but the situation kind of made me see that it is important to go and treat yourself. You sometimes have to take a step back and prioritize yourself, put your health before everything else, and don't feel like weak or ashamed if you have to go and see a professional for something. I don't really know where I'm going with this now. I feel like I'm just kind of rambling because of all the Percocet. So to finish off this story, I'm no longer appendix carrying anymore because I don't have an appendix. So more room for bigger guns, right? I think that's how it works. Probably not. Anyway, thank you to everyone who reached out to me, sent me messages, and left me comments wishing for a speedy recovery and everything. I'm doing okay now. It's getting better day by day, and I should hopefully be back into the full swing of things by maybe sometime next week. I appreciate you guys' support. Thank you for sticking around and listening to my story. And that's gonna be all for today. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.